shore from the western side of Cuba, but it's been felt over 450 miles away in central Florida. It was a magnitude 6.1. 6.1 is a strong one. The good news, I can tell you this, there are no tsunami warnings, which is great news. But here's what it looked like. It was 2 p.m. Eastern time, right on the nose when it happened. Magnitude 6.1. So let's get right down to it. Let's go in the zone. Let's go back to Orlando, the Fox News station right there, and listen to their coverage.
As we continue to track this, getting an email from someone saying they felt it in the southernmost section of the villages. That's from Lauren Lewin sending us that. Gail Rivera in Kissimmee says she felt it, lives in the third floor of an apartment. Ceiling fan in the office trembled. Several minutes later, the living room entertainment center with the TV and windows shook, saying she never experienced anything like this before. So, Christopher, have you noticed any damage or anything? How strong was that? And have you noticed any cracks or anything like that that have come from this?
Not that I've checked. Funny enough, I do have a Lego set that was on my entertainment system, kind of like on the edge. That did end up falling. Seeing kind of like the kitchen lamps shaking a little bit was a really weird, scary feeling because they weren't shaking extremely fast, but they were moving enough that you notice it. But as far as checking for cracks, I have not looked yet as far as damage goes.
Well, Christopher, we appreciate you joining us here on Florida Live and sharing.
I think there may be an earthquake happening in Mexico right now. I'm in Playa del Carmen. As you can see, everything looks like it's shaking. Something just fell. Nothing is above me. This has been going on for not very long, a couple minutes. A little scary. Don't know really what to do. I was in earthquakes in LA. They didn't last this long, so yeah, this is not an ideal situation. I think it's stopping though. So I think it stopped. So yeah. Hopefully, fingers crossed, hopefully that's it.
Did you feel that shaking this afternoon? Well, if you did, you're not the only one. And if you didn't, here's what I'm talking about. A 6.1 magnitude earthquake hit about 60 miles off the coast of Cuba around 2 o'clock this afternoon. It was so strong that a lot of folks, even in Central Florida, reported feeling that shake. In fact, here is a look at a map from the USGS. Every single blue square that you see is a report of someone indicating that they felt that shake from that earthquake. And you can see there are reports as far north as North Florida. So a 6.1 makes it a moderate earthquake on the scale, but it makes it the strongest earthquake to hit near Florida in record history. So it's definitely a rare earthquake. A lot of folks felt it. If you felt it this afternoon around...
Estábamos grabando ahí en una oficina y bueno, primero la mesa se corrió y nos miramos todos. El edificio tembló y allí se formó el caos, todo el mundo para las escaleras más interminables del mundo.
Geophysicist, space weather guy. We just had a magnitude 6.1 earthquake strike off the west coast of Cuba. Yes, in the Gulf itself, a reverse thrust earthquake down about 26 kilometers. That's about 15 miles. This is a significant event. If you're in the magnitude 6 range, things start to become significant. First and foremost. B, the last time that there was an earthquake in this location was the year 1880. So it's been a long time, 146 years. This being a reverse thrust earthquake and fairly shallow means that technically a tsunami could have been generated. Thankfully, none was. You typically need the earthquake to be bigger, magnitude 7 minimum, and typically we really don't see tsunamis unless it's magnitude 7.5 or greater, reverse thrust and shallow. But this is kind of a warning to the Gulf, Yucatan, Mexico, all the coastal states here, of course, Cuba, other islands nearby, that they could have a big earthquake and a big tsunami hit them. Because while our historic record does not show any earthquakes in this region here over magnitude 6, right? None over magnitude 7, that doesn't mean it's not possible. We do have anomalous earthquakes that have struck in areas where typically you don't expect them in the magnitude 7 plus range. We'll look at the historic data just for the globe, a few key examples, okay? But
this is the incoming tsunami waves that happened. Now, all of this happened hours within. So you had the real big one, which was a 7.8, downgraded from an 8.2 in the Philippines, and then all of Indonesia, the coastline over there, got some tsunamis. And so these are the waves coming in. And then hours later, you see the ripple effect, and it started to shoot this way towards our area.